So, what just happened? Well, I'm at Walmart, as you can see, and a guy at that was a restaurant over there. Y'all probably can't see that, but a guy asked me, oh, what was that? Okay. A guy asked me, do I live in my van? And I said, yeah, I live in my van. And then he asked me, how is it that you can be so happy living in a vehicle? And I asked him, and I hate to say this, I think I might have depressed him a little bit. I asked him, how is it possible that he can be so happy living in a house? Now, that's assuming he lives in a house. I'm guessing he does because he didn't object. And he said, well, I got electricity and I got water and I got a bathroom and all of that. I said, well, I got all that too. I got electricity, I got water, I got a bathroom, I have a shower, even though it doesn't work right now. I have everything I need. I have an oven, a decent one at that. I have a stove, even though it's a little rough around the edges, but it still cooks. And I can pick up and leave whenever I want to. On top of that, I don't have any bills, and well, I don't do bad. I can live richly in my van versus having to pay a bunch of bills and mortgage, especially out here. Maryland is one of the most expensive states that you can possibly live in. Everything here starts at around $1,600 and works its way up. And that's for something with roaches in the ghetto. Yeah. How could you possibly be happy working at a restaurant 7 days a week? What? I guess 12 hours a day? How could you be happy doing that? And then you go home to what? What are you going home to? So you might have a wife, you might have kids, you might have a nice home. But realistically, mall security, man, he's doing the shit wherever he can because he's mall security, man. Yeah, anyway, but realistically, you only get to see them for a few hours and then they go to sleep. Then you have to go to sleep because you got to get up to go back to work, to pay for that house, to pay for them kids, to pay for that wife, to pay for that car, to pay for things. There's no experience in your life. None. None. You have no experience. And what little bit of experience you might have isn't much. Where I get to experience life every day. I probably just depressed the shit out of about 50 people, but don't worry, it's okay. Your life doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. You can change your life whenever you get ready to. It's just a matter of decision and choice. Some people make a choice. Well, every day you wake up, you make a choice. Now, you decide to get up, some of you decide to get up and go to work and slave every day for something that you barely get to enjoy, even though it seems that you do. But you've been lied to. You're not getting to enjoy that as much as you think you do. It's called control, and that's the way that they keep you in control. As long as they sell you the illusion that the things and the stuff that you buy from that place while you're working at that place is going to make you happy, then if they can sell you that illusion, they can keep you under control. Now, there's 52 52 weeks in a year. 52 weeks in a year. Out of those 52 weeks, you might get the weekend off. Out here, not likely, but it's possible. Yeah, it's possible out here. Just not likely. So if you get both days off, then, oh, and I'm talking about the working class people, because the higher ups, the people that have money, wouldn't understand this theory. But if you get the 2 days off, then one of them 2 days you're going to have to go to this place to buy everything you need to survive at the other place so that you can live. Also, there's other things that you might want to do that day. I mean, just life things that you have to take care of that you can't take care of on a daily basis because you're at that place slaving for somebody else. Or you might be slaving for yourself. At any rate, you're slaving and you ain't getting paid what your life is worth. Which begs the question, I mean, and I'm going off the subject here, but how much is your life worth? Yeah, so how much is your life worth per hour? How much can I pay you to do the things that I want you to do per hour? Think about this now. What is your life worth per hour? Is your life worth $10 per hour? Is your life worth $20 per hour? Can I give you $20? $20 to stand outside of my van for an hour and just stare endlessly into the headlights? Because that's generally what you're doing at that place. It's just you're not staring, but it's just a form of slavery. Can I pay you $20 in an hour to serve me? Now, $20 is being generous. Out here, I think it's like $10 an hour, the minimum wage. But the cost of living is fucking ridiculous. So it wouldn't matter if you made $10 or $20 an hour, because the reality is the cost of living is astronomical. And you're never going to be able to pay that house off. You're fucking 20, 30, 40. Put it like this. If you're over 30 and you're trying to pay a house off, you're going to be dead. You're going to be dead. This guy is going to be dead when it's paid for. And his kids won't get to enjoy it. No, because his kids are going to want to do something else. Maybe. If they haven't already started doing something else. And they're going to be dead too by the time they pay for that shit. So, I did what made sense. What do I really need? What do I really, really need? Well, let's see. I need somewhere to cook. I need somewhere to shit. Shitting and cooking and eating. And I don't need a whole lot of room to do it. I just need enough room to be able to shit, cook, and eat. And not smell my shit after I cook and eat. And I guess, maybe watch TV, but I'm not really a TV person. I listen to the radio a lot. So we have a radio. What else? I enjoy outdoors. Not that everybody enjoys outdoors, and I'm not saying that you should, but I take in the scenery around me and the things going on around me and absorb that. I absorb that. I take a second in my life every day, maybe 2 or 3 times a day, just to take a second to breathe for a damn second. Shit. just take a second to breathe. And so many people just don't get that opportunity because they are at that place slaving to pay for this stuff over at this place to go back to the place that they call home. And for what? And if you're lucky and you live long enough, because if you die early for whatever reason from stress at that place, or whatever, if you die early, get into a car accident or something, then you will have made that place rich from working at that place. But the reality is, you never enjoyed anything of your own. Ain't that a bitch? So that's just food for thought. It's just food for thought. Anyway, I'm about to go into that place. Just after I got done talking about that fucking place. I'm going in there so I can get me another blanket because I don't feel like washing clothes. But I can do that. Why can I do that? Because I don't have a mortgage. How much does this van cost me a month? $64 plus gas. Okay, so the gas, it gets 8 miles to the gallon. But even with getting 8 miles to the gallon, that's still manageable. So 64 plus 8 miles a year. So you figure about $150, maybe. Maybe it'll just a hair more. It ain't over 200 though. I can tell you that now because I don't go nowhere. The only place I go is dialysis and to wash clothes. What else do I do? I go to like parks and stuff, but that's like extra. That's not a necessity. The only necessities I have is dialysis. I don't, and my doctor's appointments. Anyway, just figured I would share what happened at that place, and now I'm going to this place. And I will talk to y'all later. Make sure you tell somebody you love them because they might be at this place trying to pay for the place that they're at and spending money in this place. Good night.